Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas. Thanks very much for clicking on the video. Thanks very much for all your support this year here on the channel. It's been a year full of highs and lows, and you know, it's been a really big year for me on the camera, behind the camera, or however you want to think of it. And you know, with it being, you know, the season of goodwill to all men, I just thought I'd have a wee video go out on Christmas Day just to say thank you very much to every one of you that subscribe to the channel, that are a channel member, that follow me on any social media platform. It's certainly not wasted on me that for the last like 3 years, this has been like my full-time job, thankfully. You know, I've spent long periods of my life being self-employed, working for myself in a lot of different, you know, more traditional settings, let's say. And through opportunity and circumstances, things that have came my way over the last couple of years, thanks to every one of you, I've been able to make this my full-time thing. You know, earlier this year, sadly, I did move out of the studio, which we'd been in for the thick end of 3 years, which is a move that really I tried my absolute best to delay for as long as possible, because I had some grand designs, I had some grand ideas for what we could do here on the channel with, you know, I think I managed to make some fantastic content when we were in there with all the TV screens and be able to watch all the football possible, to bring as much content to you guys as Sorare scouts and managers that I possibly could, from all the players, clubs and leagues, and, you know, budget building, never mind all the stuff we do for members like gallery reviews and, you know, lineup building and all that good stuff that I possibly could. You know, to say that with this, like, because I'm so thankful for the position I'm in and the opportunities that I've had over the last couple of years, the number one thing I've always got in the front of my mind is delivering for you guys that tune into the videos, for you guys to have videos here on this channel that you like, you can tell I've put thought and effort into, and you know, you get something out of, whether it is you laugh or you learn or you like something or whatever, I don't know. And like, you know, not enough words can express, you know, how difficult it was for me to leave that studio, in terms of, you know, like, we'd achieved something by getting there, and I felt that every month and every year we were in there, we were achieving stuff, we were breaking new ground, we were really trying to push the frontier of, you know, the content that I could do here on the channel. And there's some shows and there's been some different threads of content that have kind of came and went, and some of it worked, some of it didn't, maybe some of it will come back again. And I've really tried my best to give everything I possibly could to this endeavour, to you guys that support the channel in all the fantastic ways that you do. And, you know, it felt like, you know, it's hard not to as a human being, but leaving something like that or giving it up, it can't not help but feel like some sort of, at least lateral step, but certainly a backward step, which is definitely the way it did feel, packing all the stuff up and sorting out all the move out stuff, you know, change of tenancy and all that fun stuff that goes along with, you know, having a let agreement to deal with and whatever. But sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank all of you guys enough, because it really doesn't feel like we've missed a beat. It really doesn't feel like we've missed a step. And, you know, the support you guys have given me, studio or not, background, whatever it is, you know, whether it is we're in the cupboard, whether it is I'm in this room now while I'm kind of between houses as well, let's say behind the camera. I've got a young family, of course, 2 kids, and got a nice house and all the rest of it, but, you know, they grow up, they need more room, and, you know, there's other stuff going on round about. Never, I say I could go into all the stuff in the background that I've had to be juggling in my real life that you guys don't need to worry about, but there's been so much stuff that I've had to juggle with kind of behind the camera, while keeping all the operations here kind of fully up and running and going. And, you know, there's been lots of great supporters on the channel. Obviously number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 as you guys, the subscribers, the members here on the channel. But also Sorare have been the number 1 like actual supporter of the content here. And if anyone from Sorare is listening, my heart, you know, my prayers, I hope you guys have a great time with your family over the festive period, because sincerely, without the backing and the support of Sorare, like, genuinely none of this is possible, you know. So I'm eternally thankful to everything that they do to support the channel and to help me with the content that we do here. But we also worked this year earlier on with you know, with Pookie, with Quinny. We've now got MFL on the channel as a content partner as well. And, you know, the growth in the channel we're managing to have, and that kind of commercial aspect, as it were, is really what keeps the lights on, you know. And it's not lost on me that that is possible because, again, of you guys watching the videos, clicking on links if any of these things that we do have partnerships with, do marry up with something you would be doing anyway or you'd find interesting. And when it comes to those kind of, you know, sponsors on the channel, obviously we've had a little bit more over the last year or so than we've had previously, kind of down to the size. Obviously we've recently broke through 10,000 subscribers on this channel and on the Celtic channel as well, which is another thing, another kind of plate that I've been spinning this whole time as well. Getting that channel up to 10k was a huge achievement for me and everyone involved in that. And again, for any support you guys on this channel have given that content, again, I'm eternally grateful for. But also just want to say on this vein, like, I get approached to do all sorts of sponsorship stuff by all manner of companies, big, small, medium, and everything else in between. And I just kind of want you to know at this stage, since we're talking about it, that I only engage in the ones that I actually have some sort of natural connection to in some way, whether it be Quinbet, you can also work out the naming thing around that. The content stuff we're able to do with Pookie, and even just the raw fun of the Football Manager game stuff that I'm managing to have with MFL, because Sorare is kind of the main vehicle, the main thing that this channel's been about, and that has been me doing something I really love, engaging with football, engaging with this fantasy football game that we've all had our highs and our lows with over the years, depending on how long you've been here for. And I don't ever want to change that. I'm never going to change what this channel is about, and that is like my enjoyment of football, however we're going to cover that. And I do try my best to push the boat out to give you guys more professional content in terms of like actual scouting analysis or manager kind of, you know, profiles on different things that are happening. And for any content that's been gone or is in and out of the roster or the schedule as you like, I will make anything that you guys like that you've seen on this channel before. And the reason I maybe don't do stuff anymore is because maybe I just got the feeling that you guys weren't really connecting with it. Maybe the views weren't as good on it or whatever. But I'm a very receptive person. I'm very, very receptive to all manners of feedback. So if there is any feedback you would like to give me here on the channel, because this is my channel, of course, but it's your channel. You tune in to watch this stuff, and anything that I've been making that I don't make anymore, or we did once or twice or whatever, or something you think we could do to improve the content we already produce, whatever it might be, I'm always open. I'm always very receptive to feedback. Whether you leave it in the comments section, I'm always happy to engage there, or any way you can find a way to directly message me. And you know, it's my hopes that when we move into 2025, we can go on to achieve some more bigger milestones, maybe get some more of the platforms that, or some more of the channels I've got on different platforms into that 10k realm, like on TikTok and Instagram and Twitch and all these types of places as well. But I also think that, you know, when I'm thinking about what to do going forward, I'm actually kind of sad that this year we're kind of seeing like the last kind of ebbs and flows of the Sorare TV project that I tried to get up and running, where I really tried to amalgamate as many community members that were up for making content as possible and give them like a central kind of, not necessarily production house, but a certain place where they would get views, where we could manage the stuff to be somewhat uniform, and then you guys as a community would know that's a kind of one-stop shop for maybe a multitude of different content. And we had some fantastic content there. If you're new to Sorare in general, if you look for Sorare TV on YouTube, you'll find a lovely channel there that has lots of different names, faces and voices on it, covering a wide variety of stuff. Now a lot of it will be kind of dated now at this point, of course, but sadly End Product as a podcast has just kind of fizzled out over the last couple of months as well. Me and Stish have just been so busy with all the stuff I've got going on, and he's obviously a full-time DJ himself, travelling the world and doing gigs and all the rest of it. It's just kind of, you know, I say fizzled out. It's not cancelled, it's not gone. We might even have a new episode out by the time you're watching this, who knows. But it's, you know, I've kind of noticed this a lot throughout the Sorare space, that independent little channels and content or whatever, it's hard to keep up the flow, and it's a hard thing to keep it consistent. And that's why I'm forever grateful that consistently you guys turn up for the stuff that comes out here on this channel. And that is a project, Sorare TV, maybe that's something that could come back again. It's still there, it's still happy to be worked and all the rest of it. For anyone out there who was like trying to dabble in or trying to get something off the ground, a podcast, an idea for a show or something fun to do, so again, feel free to reach out for me if there's anyone that's still interested on trying to get that sort of project up and running. And ultimately, you know, I'm always been interested in doing this kind of thing, because for as long as I can remember, my number one objective in life has been to work in football in any way, shape or form. You know, some of you guys will know I've already got my B license, already kind of got my football management career up and running, got myself on a few runs of the ladder before kind of COVID happened and the content kind of took over. But we're also in probably the most ambitious IRL thing I've ever been involved in when it comes to trying to, you know, get a career in football, get my life working in and around football. And we're at the very early ebbings of putting a consortium together to try and take over Dumbarton FC, who are currently administration, my hometown club. And there's been a wide array of interest and noted interest, like significant interest from so many of you guys around the world here on this channel that are proper football fans that want to get, you know, up to your elbows in it, you know, really not just don't want to just support a project or whatever, but so many of you have said, I want to work it, I want to be involved in some way. And you know, we're still at the very early stages of all that, and I'll make everything public as anything does develop on it. But again, I just could not believe, I was so taken aback by the amazing response that some of you guys were giving that project and are giving it as it develops and moves forward. And when I look at my pal John and look at how the amazing things he's managed to achieve over such a short period of time, like, I've never put goals on the channel or anything like that. You know, sometimes you need to say it to, you know, to incentivize people to hit the button so they can feel part of the milestone, as it were. But I'm not ever sitting here like, oh, we need to get to X amount of subs by end of month, or we need to, really do this or that, because I think sometimes these things can limit you in terms of what is possible. But also, like, I've maybe not, kicked on and achieved some stuff, because sometimes you do need to just say things out loud. You need to be accountable for it, as it were. But the point being, when you look at John and you look at the amazing stuff he's managed to achieve, that really in no time at all, with the right amount of hard work, effort, determination, focus, whatever you want to think about, some wild things can be achieved in this current day and age if you've got people motivated, passionate, authentically pulling in the same direction. So whether that be just with the stuff here on the channel, like videos and whatever, or whether it be something that could be even more monumental. Again, guys, I will be having many a tequila toasted to every single one of you guys that show up in the live chat. They get your FC Barcelona season tickets for the once a week gallery reviews, the lineup building, the Telegram group, the limited card giveaways, all the people that support the giveaways that we've done. Last couple of years it's been Road to Glory. This year it's been Zero to Hero. As I say, guys, I can't thank everyone enough. Never mind all the contributors and all the friends in the community I've got. Guys like Charlie Dunbar, Harry Trades, Stish, of course. Everyone's favourite Andy Laird. My pal John, of course. Big John Nellis, like I mentioned. And there's probably too many individuals to go round and count, round about there. But these people are very tapped into my day-to-day life, people I speak to on the regular. In terms of the content space, again, I wouldn't be where I am without the support, without the network of people that are in this community and all pulling together. Because one of the most beautiful things about this community is there's very little pettiness and drama and bitching and whatever. And yeah, there's some stuff where people tweet at each other and whatever, you know what I mean? But beyond that, it's such a fantastic community we're all involved in, and I take absolutely none of it for granted. And sincerely, I want you to know, if you do watch the videos on my channel, you do hit the like button, you do hit subscribe, you do become a member. Every single one of these things makes a huge, huge difference to the content we're able to do here, my life, as well as my family's and everything else. And I'll always do my best to repay that and continue to push what we're doing here on the channel. So if you're finding this, thanks for watching the video. I hope Santa's been good to you. I hope you're having a great time with the family. And like I say, by now I've probably had 1 or 2 shots of tequila for you, so maybe try and have one for me as well. I will be back on Friday. I thought I was going to be out Monday to Friday this week, but I will be back Friday. So the Deadline show and GF Friday night should be back on as normal scheduling. And I've also got some videos kind of pre-cut and edited and whatever scheduled to go out over the festive period. Hopefully you've enjoyed the ones that have been out so far, and there'll be another little clip of a kind of strategy member section thing going out tomorrow as well. Thanks for an amazing 2024, despite all the highs and the lows and everything in between. And I sincerely hope for all of us, no matter what it is in IRL or in this crazy internet world that we're all kind of living in at the moment, I hope we all go on to have a fantastic 2025, guys. Fist bump, hugs, stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one.